Good morning, children. Let's begin our English class. We have read the story of Julian Coppock, the sole survivor of a plane crash. Even nature plans its survival in spite of adversity. Now, let's read the poem on Killing a Tree by Patel. This poem depicts the survival of a strong tree which refuses to die even when its trunk and branches have been chopped off. Let's know a basic information about the author. Patel was born on 18 August 1940, is an Indian poet, playwright, painter and physician. He is part of Green Movement, which is involved in an effort to protect the environment. His poems expose man's cruelty to nature. His works include poems like How Do You Withstand, Body, Mirrored Mirroring, and three plays titled Princess, Savaska, and Mr. Baram. Now let's move on to the poem on Killing a Tree. It takes much time to kill a tree. Not a simple jab of the knife will do it. It has grown, slowly consuming the earth, rising out of it, feeding upon its crust, absorbing years of sunlight, air, water, and out of its leprous height, sprouting leaves. It takes much time to kill a tree. That is, killing a tree is not at all easy. It is not easy to kill a deep-rooted tree. Not a simple jab of the knife will do it. What is meant by jab? Strike or blow. So, not a simple jab of the knife will do it. That is, a simple jab of knife cannot kill a tree. It has grown, slowly consuming the earth, rising out of it, feeding upon its crust, absorbing years of sunlight, air, water, and out of its leprous height, sprouting leaves. A tree is firmly held by the earth, and its roots are under the ground. That's why here poet said, it has grown, slowly consuming the earth, and rising out of it, feeding upon its crust. Crust means outer layer or bark. Bark, tree's bark or outer layer. So, the tree has grown to its full size by consuming the earth, feeding upon its crust and absorbing years of sunlight, air and water. It is too strong to be killed by a simple attack of a knife. So hack and chop, but this alone won't do it. Hack and chop means cut into pieces. Leprous hide cutting trees into pieces alone the discoloration on the bark of not the tree. So much pain so will children, the bleeding bark the bark heal, looks irregular and close to the ground will rise called green twigs of it. And the poet here compares the spots on the tree, that is marks on the tree, to the marks of a person suffering from leprosy. Leprosy is an infectious disease and it mainly affects skin, eyes and nose. See children, here the poet says that trees are just like living beings. It's not an easy process to kill a tree once it rooted under the ground. So hack and chop, but this alone won't do it. Not so much pain will do it. The bleeding bark will heal and from close to the ground will rise curled green twigs, miniature boughs, which if unchecked will expand again to former size. So hack and chop, but this alone won't do it. Hacking and chopping, that is cut into pieces. Cutting trees alone won't kill it. When a tree is chopped, the barks bleed. The bleeding bark that means sap oozing out of the tree trunks. It expresses the pain of the tree. When the barks bleed, they will heal soon, and new curled green twigs, small branches, will grow again. Miniature boughs will expand again to former size. Miniature, that means very small size. Boughs means branches. So boughs which are chopped off are replaced by new boughs, that is new branches which grow into their former size once again. So if one wants to kill a tree, its roots have to be pulled out because the roots are the most sensitive parts of the tree. No, the root is to be pulled out of the anchoring earth. It is to be robbed, tied, and pulled out, snapped out, or pulled out entirely, out from the earth cave, and the strength of the tree exposed. We can see the strength of the tree when the root is to be pulled out entirely from the earth. See these lines. The root is to be pulled out of the anchoring earth. Anchoring earth means the earth protects the tree by holding it strongly, and it is to be robbed, tied, and pulled out and snapped out. Snapped out means break suddenly. Snapped out or pulled out entirely from the earth cave. Earth cave means deep area under the ground. We know that its root is very strong under the ground. So when we pulled out entirely from the ground, we can see the strength of the tree. The source, white and wet, the most sensitive, hidden for years inside the earth. Then the matter of scorching and choking in sun and air, browning, hardening, twisting, withering, and then it is done. Once the tree has been uprooted, then gradually it dries up with the action of heat and wind. We know that the most sensitive part of the tree is hidden inside the earth for years. But once the roots are pulled out and exposed to the sun and the air, that's why poet says here of scorching and choking in sun and air. The trunk will become brown, twist, and will harden. Finally, the tree will die this way. So, the poet speaks of trees as human beings when he says that one cannot kill a tree with a jab of a knife or by hacking it, like they would kill any human being.